So myself Shalini, Assistant Professor from CSE Department, right? So we have seen the 1D and 2D arrays. Let's see some examples based upon this 1D array. Write a C program to find the minimum, maximum and average in an array of integers. Okay. So how to find out the minimum element, maximum element and average element in an array of integers. Now see here, you are having an array. Okay, you need to store some elements into an array. Here we have defined an array size as maximum, that is nothing but 100. You can take 100 or you can take less than 100 into your array, right? So min is a variable which you are going to store the minimum element, and max is a variable where you are going to store the maximum element, and s is nothing but for finding the sum. If you want to find out the average, you require sum. So here I am using S as my sum, and N and I is for my what program requirement I have declared, right? So you will be getting sometimes the values as float, the average value. So you need to declare the average as float. Then enter the size of an array. You require first the size of an array. After entering the elements with using the scanf function, okay. Now you need to print the elements which are there in your array. Okay, after printing the elements which are there in your array, now you need to find out the sum of those elements which are there in your array. But suppose if your elements are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, you are having 5 elements in an array, then you need to do the sum for all those 5 elements. Then how to do the sum? So here is a formula for doing the sum of the array elements. So sum is equals to sum plus a of I. You need to take the initial value of sum to 0. That I have already discussed. So sum should be 0. So 0 plus 1. So 0 plus a of 0th value. That is nothing but the first element value. The first element value is 10. So 0 plus 10 is 10. Then again increment your I. The next element is 20. So 20 plus 10, 30. Then 30 plus 20, 50. 50 plus 30, 80. 80 plus 40, 120. 120 plus 50. Like that you need to do your sum. So first you are going to add 10 with 20, 30. Then 30 with 30, 60. 60 with 40. You will be getting what? 60 with 40. You will be getting 100. Then 100 with 50. You will be getting 150 as your sum. Then how to perform the average? Average is equals to sum by n. So you got your sum as 150. 150 by 5. You will be getting an integer value. Sometimes if you are having a fractional part of your sum, then you need to convert one value to float. Then you will be getting a float value. So it depends on the values that you are going to take in an array. Okay. Then after calculating the average, now you need to find out which is the minimum element in that array and what is the maximum element in that array. So you need to take the initial value a of 0 as your minimum element and maximum element, because you don't know which is the minimum and which is the maximum element in an array. So the first element should be considered as your minimum as well as maximum. Now you need to write down the logic for finding your minimum as well as maximum. See, you need to check whether your first element is less than your minimum element or not. Okay. So for that one, you are going to check whether your a of 0 value is less than your minimum value or not. Min is also a of 0. So you are comparing both the elements. 10 less than 10, is 10 less than 10? No. So you are not changing your minimum value. Is 10 greater than 10? No, it is also false. Then you are not changing your maximum value. Then again I gets incremented to what? 1 now. Then your minimum is still a of 0, but your a of I got incremented, and your a of I is now your a of 1 value, that is nothing but 20. Is 20 less than 10? False. Is 20 greater than 10? Yes, true. So you need to change max to a of I, that is nothing but a of 1 value will be now max. Okay. Min is nothing but a of 0, but max has been changed because 20 is greater than 10. Then again increment your I to 1. Now 30. 30 is less than 10. So you are not changing your min, but you need to change the max because 30 is greater than 10. So max has been changed to a of 2 now. Then again increment your I. I becomes what now? 3. So 40 less than 10. false, then 40 greater than 10, true, so max will be now 40. Again increment your I to 4 now, then what was the element which is there in your position for 40? 50. So 50 less than 10, false, then 50 greater than 10, true, so you need to change your max to what? You need to change your max to what? 50. Like that, again increment your I2 now, 5. So 5 is not there, 5 less than 5, condition false in for loop, so you will be coming out. So you have not changed your minimum value. Minimum value is obviously your A of 0 value, but your maximum value is your A of 4 value, that is 50. Now you need to print the maximum element as well as the minimum element in your program, and you are going to print the average. You have calculated your average value, that value will get printed there. So this is the program for printing minimum, maximum and average in an array element. Now let's see the another example. You are having 5 elements and you want to delete one element at position 6. You don't know that you are having 6 elements. You are only having 5 elements. But in case if you want to delete the position, you want to delete one element at position 6, then how to write your program? So here you require one array. How to read the elements into an array? Using scanf function. Here I have taken my variable name as array itself. So array of C. With using C variable, you are going to enter all the elements into an array with using the scanf function. Then you need to enter the position now. See, if your position is 5, you are not having a position 5. If your number of elements are 5, then your last position value will be 4, because it is nothing but n minus 1. It starts from 0 and ends with n minus 1. So your position will be what? 4 there. So for suppose if your position is greater than 4, it indicates that 5 means you are having 6 elements in an array, right? Because your array index always starts with 0, then you need to print like what? Deletion not possible. Then see, for suppose if you want to delete middle element, that is nothing but the value which is there at position what? 3. Position 3 is nothing but your element 4. Okay, but position is 3. If you want to delete that element, or if you want to delete the position 3 element, then how to write a program? So C should be what? Position minus 1. So if your position is minus 1, for suppose if your position is 3, you need to delete the third element. Okay, if your position is 3, you need to delete the third element, right? Because your index position is 3, but you are going to delete the third element in an array. Then you are going to write what? Array of C is equals to array of C plus 1. Now see, C is equals to 0, C less than n, condition true. You are going to enter all your elements. Then if your position is 3, then C is equals to 3 minus 1. For the first time it will be 2. So 2 less than or less than 4, C plus 1. So C is nothing but your 2. So you will be getting what? Uh, n minus 1. So C less than 4, you will be getting 2 less than 4. Then array of 2 value will be replaced with what? Array of 3 value will be replaced with array of 2 value. That is nothing but 40 value will be placed with in array of 2. Again increment your C. Now C becomes what now? C becomes 3, and C less than 4. 3 less than 4, condition true. Then array of 3 plus 1. That is array of 4th value will be placed in array of 3 now. Like that you are placing the third position value and fourth position value into your position 2 and 3, and you are going to delete the element that is there in your position 2. Okay, like that you are going to delete your element and you are going to print the resultant matrix. Then how to print the resultant, then how to print the resultant array? So C equals to 0, then C less than n minus 1 and C plus plus, you are going to print the element, all the elements which are there in your array now after deleting that particular element based upon your position. Now see how to reverse an array. You require an array here. Okay, how to read an array? Array will be read by using the scanf function. Okay, then now see, you need to reverse the elements. For that one you require another array called B. You require first an array A. If your elements are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, now you need to reverse that elements to 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. For that one you require another array called D, and for that one you require what, a variable called D for your position values. So D is nothing but your position value, B is your array now. So you need to start your C loop from where? You need to start your C loop from n minus 1, because you need to store the last element into your first element now, into your B of D. So A of C value will be stored in B of D, and you need to decrement your C value and you need to increment your D value. Like that you need to repeat this process, and you need to place all your A of C elements into your B of D elements, right? So you are placing the elements from last to first, from A of C to B of D, and then you need to again uh, copy all those elements which are there in your B matrix into your A matrix. It is optional. You can place or you can directly print the B matrix. Then you need to print the reversed array with using a printf function. Now your reversed elements are there in A of C matrix, A of C array. So you are going to print that elements with using this printf statement. Okay, so these are the some of the examples of your 1D array. Thank you.